Hi everyone, welcome to chair yoga today. It's great to see you all. I hope you guys are all doing well, staying healthy and staying sane, right? Um, I know we're in week 2 here of our social distancing, and my thoughts and my prayers are out to you and your family. And I hope if you need anything, please reach out. All right. Let's start by sitting back nice and deep in our chair. All right, and please feel free to grab a block here, stick it underneath your feet. Again, you can use a tissue box. Those are handy. Or you can also grab a pillow cushion and just place it underneath your feet to lift the floor to you. Just makes the beginning and the ending of class a little bit more comfortable in your chair so that you can really dial in to focusing your attention on your breath, okay? Some other props we're going to use are some weights. If you don't have weights, feel free to use soup cans, okay? And if, say, soup cans or canned beans feels uncomfortable in your hands, feel free just to make a fist and engage those arm muscles. As you engage, draw up and tighten that muscle. And as you resist, lowering down, and then relax the muscle, let it go, and then do it again, right? It might be a little slower because you're actively doing it yourself, but the reps don't matter as much as just practicing and breathing. The other prop you might want to have handy is a strap. Again, if you don't have a yoga strap or a stretchy band, feel free to use an old tie or an old belt. All right, so as we get started and we sit back nice and deep in our chair, we're going to sit up nice and tall. And again, maybe your chair, like mine, has a lot of space behind it, and it kind of feels like you're slouching in it when you lean back. Feel free to stick a pillow behind there as well, just so that you can sit up nice and tall in your chair. All right, so as we sit up tall, we're just going to wiggle out the toes here and create some space between each digit. And close your eyes. As you close your eyes, just take a beautiful inhale through the nose and a big sigh out the mouth. Right? And let's do that again. I know, friends, that there's a lot of suffering going on. Our tendency as human beings is to empathize with others. And if you're watching the news like I am, it's hard not to pick up the pain and the suffering of people that are being shown in the news. It's automatically inherent in us to reach out and kind of place ourselves in other people's situations and think about the pain and suffering that they're experiencing, their fear, their isolation away from their families. So for those in the hospital, I'm sure that their family members can't visit them. And how hard that must be to have a family member at the hospital who's critically in need of hospitalization and care, and you can't have your family around you or your loved ones. So I know that that's all in our hearts today. I know that you're carrying that burden, that weight. And so in our practice today, what we're going to try to do, and again, none of us are going to be able to successfully do this 100%. However, it's our commitment to ourselves, just so that we can take care of ourselves first, so that we can then tune in and take care of others after our class. So if we can just gently set aside all of those things that we carry, those concerns, those worries, those heavy burdens, and maybe even our to-do list, right? Maybe we've set ourselves a list of things that you want to accomplish each day just to help with your mental health, and that's a wonderful thing. However, when your mind is racing on that and you can't focus on the breath, you just need to set that aside for now. So if you can just imagine that they're books, right? Each one of those issues, right? Concerns, worries, fears, are little books, and you're just placing them on the shelf aside for the moment, and you can pick them up at any time when you're ready to pick them back up. All right, but for now, just give yourself the commitment of focusing on your breath and tuning in to God's love for you. Okay, and this is such a man-made crisis that we're living in. There's so many things that we've done to our communities um, that we've hurt one another. So that's kind of another topic for another day. But as we sit up tall and anchor through those sits bones, right? Let's gently draw the skull back and just start to open up that heart center. Let those shoulders soften down away from the ears. And let your hands just rest on your lap or maybe dangle by your side. And just take a beautiful inhale through the nose again and a big sigh out the mouth. Let's do that again. Maybe this time pause at the top of the breath and slowly exhale out, same side, and then pause at the base of the breath. Now as you inhale, let your lungs expand, feel your belly inflate. Pause at the top of the breath, and then this time exhale out through your nose with that same force that you would use with your sigh. Let's do that again, and hopefully you're starting to notice your core engaging a little bit more. It's starting to lengthen out that exhale. And if your mind begins to wander, once you become aware of it, just drop back to the breath. Drop back to your mind's eye, back to noticing maybe one of my techniques that I like to use is just imagining that the air that you're drawing into your body, giving that air a color or a light. And so as you breathe in, your mind's eye is watching that light, that color, travel through the body. And you may notice where it gets stuck. It may stop short at your shoulders, or it may stop short at the bottom of your rib cage, or it may stop short at your hips. And with each breath that you take, you can watch that light go a little bit deeper into your body, maybe moving down into your knees and down into your heels. All right? So we're going to do that again and just start to watch that light, that color, flow through the body. So as your mind's eye is watching that breath, it twists and it turns, and it makes its way down towards your fingers and your toes. And you may just want to wiggle those toes and just feel the sensation of the floor or the pillow or the block underneath your feet. Good. Now we're going to take a nice inhale. We're going to sweep both arms overhead. Exhale, draw the hands down through heart center. Good. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms sweeping. Exhaling, drawing the hands down through heart center. Every time I like to take those big arm sweeps, I like to think about all those good things, all our blessings in our lives, just collecting them up, drawing them down into my heart so that I can be reminded of them, right? And let's just draw our thumbs and press our thumbs into our heart and lift your heart to your thumbs just for a moment. And just feel the sensation of the finger pads pressing against one another, the circumference of your palms. And maybe there's a little pocket of air in between your palms. And in that pocket of air, just maybe set your intention for today. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just whatever bubbled up. Let that bubble up and let that be it. It's all good. Good. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, draw the hands down through heart center. One more time. Inhale, arms sweep. And exhale, pull through. Good. That left hand is going to grab the chair. Right arm is going to frame the ear. We're going to hinge gently to the left and press down through the feet. We're going to lift that gaze, take a beautiful breath. Good. Exhale, sweep that right arm across the sky, and then give that right shoulder a nice shrug. Right hand's going to grab the chair, left arm's going to frame the ear. We're going to reach up tall, hinge to the right this time, take a beautiful breath. And left hand sweeps across the sky, and we give that left shoulder a nice shrug. Great. Hands on top of the knees, drop the chin to the chest, and then walk the gaze to the ceiling, lifting the chin. Let's do that again. Chin comes to chest, walk the gaze to the ceiling, and last time. Good, lifting that chin. Let's come back to center, turn the head to the right. Center, turn the head to the left. Center, turn the head to the right. Center, turn the head to the left. Come back to center, think of your head sitting on that spring, and it's just a little bobblehead here. Just releasing that tension, letting it go. Right, and if you're like me, you notice that your neck is really tight. Right, and that's common with everything that we're dealing with. All right, so as we sit up tall, let's just take a beautiful breath in. Right, maybe recommit our intention for the practice or the intention that you have for this day. Good, inhale, both arms sweep up. Exhale, draw the hands down through heart. Left hand grabs the chair, right arm frames the ear, hinge to the left. Press through your feet, anchor them in so that as you sweep, you're nice and stable. Shrug that shoulder. Right hand grabs the chair, left arm reaches out. Gentle hinge to the other side. Good, left hand sweeps, shrugging that left shoulder. All right, let's both hands grab the base of the chair. You're pressing your bottom into the chair and you're pressing your chair up to your bottom. We're going to extend those legs and just flex and point. Hopefully you're starting to feel those calves stretch a little bit. Working those ankles, let's roll the ankles one direction and roll the ankles the other direction. Good, and just wiggle out your toes again. Now we're going to tap the toes to the floor and lift up, extending those legs. Good, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great job. Slide those feet in. Again, shrug those shoulders. All right, hands at the top edge of those knees. We're going to start at that pelvis. We're going to tuck the tail, round the spine, drop your chin to your chest, and pop those elbows out. Breathe into that backside body. Good. One more breath. Hold here. Excellent. Sit on up. Loop those shoulders. Sweep those hands back. Big breaststroke. Grab that chair, right? Loop those shoulders and just puff out that chest. Beautiful breath. Good. One more. And let's release, right? And just shrug those shoulders again. All right? So let's just warm up a little bit here. Get our bodies warming so that we can move into some stretching and we can move into some arm strengthening. Let's cup those fingers, right? Interlace those fingers, making a little cup with our palms. Right hand's going to grab that right knee. We're going to lift that right knee towards our chest and lower that foot down. Switching sides, doing that left side, lowering that left foot down. Right knee comes up to the shoulder. We lower the right foot. Left knee comes up to shoulder, and we lower the left foot. Let's do that 3 more times. Right and left. Good. Right, we switch to the right, lift that right knee. Switch to that left, lift that left knee. One more time. Great job. All right, now we're going to come back to center. We're going to move up a little forward into our chair. Loop those shoulders back. Elbows are going to come towards our waist like you're ready to jog. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to start pumping those knees, getting those knees going, right, and getting those arms going. Right, we're going to run, right? Take a beautiful breath, keep breathing. And hopefully you're starting to feel your heart rate increase and your body starting to warm, right? We're going to do this for 4, 3, 2, we're going to add on. So we're going to kick, 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 kick. Good, here we go. Keep kicking, right? 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to alternate arms, right? So as that right foot kicks, the left arm reaches. And as the left leg kicks, your right arm reaches. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. All right, we sit up tall. Now we're going to lift those heels, drop the heels, and lift the toes. Lift the heels, drop the heels, lift the toes. All right, now we're going to start to roll those ankles. So we're going to toe heel out, and then toe heel the feet back in. Good, toe heel out, and toe heel back in. Toe heel back out, and toe heel back in. Good. Now with our knees and our feet together, left hand's going to come to the outside of that right knee. Right hand to the back of our chair. We're going to twist right. Now let's take a beautiful breath in. Let that belly fully inflate. And exhale out. Beautiful breath in. And exhaling out. Good. Let's come back to center and do the other side. Left hand to the back of the chair. Right hand to the outside left knee. Little twist left. Good. Coming back to center. Shrugging those shoulders. Right? And then toe heeling those feet out. All right, so with the knees pointing out, the toes pointing out, and the heels pointing in, we're going to place our hands on top of our knees, loop the shoulders back and down, reach through that crown, hands press against the knees, and we're going to hinge forward. Now anchor your heels right into the floor. As you press your heels down into the floor, you're going to feel that engagement in the inner thighs. That's what we want. We want to stretch those inner thighs here, get nice and deep into those hips. Take a beautiful breath. Keep pressing those heels down. Good, and rise tall through the crown. Toe heel those feet back in. Hands come to the shoulder heads. Now let's loop those elbows, right? And each time we loop those elbows, try to touch those elbows together. Big circles. Great job. All right, and then just loop those shoulders again. Starting in that pelvis, we're going to tuck the tail. Right now that you're sitting forward in your seat, you have a little bit more clearance, a little bit more space behind you to really tuck into that seat. Drop your chin to your chest, pop your elbows out. Good, one more breath. And sit up tall, those shoulders. And this time the hands swim back. We're going to grab that outside edge of the chair, loop the shoulders, puff out the chest. Right, just like a songbird, lift that chin, take a gorgeous breath. And hopefully you're starting to feel that stretch move down your arms. You feel the opening across your heart center. And if you lift your chin a little higher, maybe you feel it through your throat. Nice relaxed jaw. Good, let's release and just let those arms swing. All right, now we're going to open our hands really wide like starfish hands, tight fists. And then we're going to round the wrists one direction and round the wrists the other direction. All right? Right hand's going to come into stop sign hand. Left hand stop sign hand. Rotate those thumbs out. Good. You're just opening up those elbow creases. Let's release. Give it a good shake. Good. Back to stop sign hands, and this time puppy dog paws. Pointing those fingers down and just wiggling out those fingers. All right, this time interlace those fingers. Press your palms forward, right? As we press through those palms around the spine, drop our chin to the chest. And breathe into that backside body. Good. Gently come on up. Lift those arms overhead. And breathe. Draw those shoulders or those elbows behind your ears. Lift that gaze. Good. And then bend those elbows. Release those palms. Draw your palms towards the nape of the neck. Squeeze your elbows in towards your ears. Good. Let's release. Right. Shrug those shoulders one more time. Extend that right leg. Flex the foot. Wiggle out your toes. Hands interlace on that left knee as we hinge forward. And hopefully you feel that nice, deep stretch down the back side of that right leg. Nice, relaxed kneecap. Beautiful breath. Wiggle out those toes. Sit up tall. Right? Inhale, breathe. And hinge forward once again. Getting a little deeper into that hinge. This time we're going to point that right toe forward. Right? And hopefully you feel that stretch to the face of the foot. We're going to reflex the heel, wiggle out those toes, and sit up tall. Slide that right leg in, slide your left leg out. Right? Once again, wiggling out those toes, hands interlace on that right knee. Take a gorgeous breath. Exhale it out. Hinging forward, flat back. Right? Our heart center is leading the way, and we have a long spine, so you're reaching through that crown. Good. Relax kneecap. We're going to sit up tall, beautiful breath. Wiggle out those toes. Hinge forward a little deeper. And point that left toe down. Good, beautiful breath. Reflex the heel. Wiggle out those toes. And sit up tall. Right, and we're going to loop with those shoulders. All right, let's grab our weights. All right, before we do that, we're going to move to the back of our chair. Okay, so as we move to the back of our chair, we're going to have our chair back facing us, right? So we have that support here. And today we're just going to use one weight at a time. All right, so we're going to start with our right leg being our standing leg and our left leg being the one that we're going to move. All right, so as you stand behind your chair, the first thing we're going to practice here is a little bit of balance, right? And you're going to notice I brought my chair in a little bit closer to me. The reason being is as I want my shoulders over my hips over my heels, right? So what that means is that if I had my chair pushed forward, I'd be kind of reaching forward, hinged forward in order to grab that chair back. When I bring that chair closer to me, it allows me to stand up tall with my hands still resting and having that support of the chair back. All right? Now we're going to point that tail down. We're going to draw the skull back, and we're going to shift our weight into that right leg. So again, your right leg is going to be that standing leg, and your left leg is going to step back, and then you're going to step up. You're going to step back, and you're going to step up. Now we're going to do that one more time. And if you'd like to challenge your balance, maybe place your right hand at your hip, right? Or you can keep your right hand at the chair. Stepping back and stepping up. Stepping back and stepping up. Good. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Great job. Now we're going to place that weight on that left shoulder head, right? It's just like a little parrot resting on your shoulder. Now we're going to take a beautiful inhale. Again, that right hand can grasp that chair, or it can be at that right hip, right? We're going to step it back. We're going to keep that left heel lifted, all right? Now, as we get in a little bit deeper into our lunge, that right hand can stay at the chair, right? Or you can feel that stretch in that left hip flexor. Right, we're going to hold here for a moment. Now we're going to lower that left heel and lift it back up. Lower it and lift. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Great job. And step that left foot forward. Now we're going to switch sides. So I'm just going to switch my chair so you can see the other side. Right? So this time the weight is going to be in your right hand. Your left leg is going to be your standing foot. All right? As we stand up nice and tall, you're going to take a beautiful breath in and a big sigh out. Right? Left hand at that chair if you want it. Step your right foot back. Step it up. Step it back. Step it up. Good. Here's 3, 4. Maybe you switch to that left hand at your hip. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Great job. Place that weight right at your right shoulder head. Now your parrot, switch to that right shoulder head. Left hand at that chair, right? Inhale, breathe. Exhale out. Step your right foot back. Keep that right heel lifted. You may need to tick-tock that heel back a little bit just to open up your stance so you feel that stretch in your right hip flexor. We're kind of doing double duty here. Left hand has that chair back if you want it. Drop your right heel and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. Step that left foot forward. Right, take a beautiful breath and exhale out. Now we're going to place that weight down on our chair. I'm going to put my chair forward, just place my weight right there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to open up our stance. All right, and we're going to pull our heels in, point our knees out, right? So let's take a beautiful breath, and we're going to lower down and press up. Lower down, press up. 2, sorry, that was 4, right? 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we're going to toe heel those feet back in. All right. Now, here's some new stuff. If you've watched a previous video, that kind of stuff was all we've done before, right? We're going to add on today. All right, so your left leg is going to be the standing leg, right? Hands at that chair. Again, feel free to move that chair a little closer to you so you can move your shoulders back and stand up tall. Shifting your weight into your left foot, you're going to extend that right heel and squeeze. Extend and squeeze. 3 and 4. Now, we're going to extend and curl the heel towards our tail. Extend and lower. Right? Curl it in. Extend and lower. Lift, curl, extend, lower. Lift, curl, extend, lower. Now we're going to add on. Curl, extend, bring behind, and curtsy. Right? Extend. Ooh, I just kicked my weight. Sorry about that. Extend, curl, extend, behind, curtsy. Good. Extend, curl, extend, behind, curtsy. Well done. Now we're going to extend. Bring that right foot in. Now it can rest at the calf. Your right foot can rest and kickstand at the heel, right? Or you can bring it into that inner left thigh, right? And as you press your right foot into your thigh, your left thigh responds by pressing back into that right foot. All right, now you can use that chair for stability. You can extend one arm or maybe two. And we're just going to breathe. Exhale out. Right, your eyes find that drishti spot that you're focusing on. Your left foot is wobbly. That's what we want. That's what's going to help us strengthen. Just like trees wobble and they sway in the wind. And the more that they sway in the wind, the stronger the tree becomes. Right? Hands melt down towards that chair. Let's extend that right leg and hold. Again, feel free to extend that arm. Flex the heel. Right? Maybe extend that left arm. Beautiful breath. One more. And then set that right foot down. Good job. Shake out that left leg. Give it a good shake. All right, and we're going to do the other side. All right, so this time your right leg's going to be that standing leg. Feel free to move that chair a little closer to you so you're making sure that you're standing up tall. We're going to shift our weight into that right foot. We're going to extend that left heel and squeeze into that right thigh. Good. 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to extend and curl the heel towards our tail. Extend and lower. Lift, curl, extend, lower. Lift, curl, extend, lower. Lift, curl, extend, lower. We're adding on. Lift, curl, extend, sweep behind your right foot, curtsy. Good job. Extend, curl, extend, behind, curtsy. Right? Extend, curl, extend, sweep behind, curtsy. Good. Extend, curl, extend, sweep behind, curtsy. Well done. Come back to center. Take a beautiful breath. Big sigh out. All right, then we're going to extend that left leg. Curl it, or bend that knee, right? Draw that calf into the, bend your left knee. Draw the foot into your right calf. Kickstand it at the heel. Or maybe draw that left foot into your inner right thigh. Now, as that left foot presses into your right thigh responds by pressing back into that foot. Right? Hands can be here at the chair. You may want to lift one arm, and you may want to lift two arms. What we're doing here is we're focusing our attention on that drishti. That's that point, that focal point in front of you that's not moving. Right? Those are those capital T truths in your life. Those capital T truths are that you are named beloved. Now, if we fix our gaze, we fix our mind upon Jesus' teachings, we'll be much better off, right? But it's when we wander. Maybe those arms move and extend. Let's take a beautiful breath here. Exhale it out. Well done. Now, feel free to grab that chair. We're going to transition from that balanced posture. We're going to release that left foot, right? Now, you may touchstone that left toe right to the floor, or you may extend to the side, maybe flexing the heel, stamping it to that wall. Now one arm, two arms. Beautiful breath. Hopefully you feel those legs working. Maybe you're shaking a little bit. That's good. Keep breathing. Smiling, releasing that tension. Right? There's buoyancy in that right knee. And we're going to step that left foot down. Shift our weight into that left foot. Shake out your right. Right? Give a little love to that right ankle. All right, friends. So we're going to stretch a little bit here. Lengthening out those legs. So come to the back of your chair. Big step back. Left foot meets it. Right? And then a little baby step. Now we're going to pull our hips behind our heels and bow forward. Shake out that head. Let your arms dangle between let your head dangle between your arms. And as you shake out that head, press your palms down into the top of the chair. Just a relaxed jaw here. Good, keep breathing. Hopefully you're nice and warm. You may want to lift that gaze. All right, and keep breathing. And then soften the knees and walk it in. All right, shake out those legs. Great job. Let's do that one more time, right? Take a big step back, right? Press down through that right heel. Nice slow lunge, then lift up that right heel, maybe tick-tock it back, and lower down. Big stretch to that right hip flexor. Right hand to that chair, left arm reaches up, and we're going to twist over that bent left knee. Good, lift that left arm, bring it back. Take a gorgeous breath, press into that left foot, step it up. All right, and we're going to do the other side. Step that left foot back, right? We're going to bend this right knee, so maybe tick-tock that left heel back to open up your stance. Beautiful breath. Left hand stays on that chair. Right arm maybe reaches overhead, and then we're going to twist over that front right knee. Keep breathing. Breathe into that belly. Right arm comes back to the chair. Step that left foot up and shake out those legs. All right, now it's that big step back again. Half of a baby step. And bow forward. Right, pull your hips behind the heels. Feel free to keep those knees generously bent. Shake out that head. Beautiful breath. And lift that gaze. Give yourself a moment to get reacquainted with that head lifted. And then step in your feet. All right? Now, we're going to come back to the chair for a moment. Grab a weight or two. Maybe it's a can of soup. Right? If you have weights, you're going to crisscross them into an X. So I don't know if you guys can see that. I have a blue shirt on and my weights are navy blue. And my pants are black, so it makes it hard to see. All right, so you're going to interlace those fingers. You're going to lift that weight, the can, whatever it might be, right to your heart. You're going to press energetically through the feet, right? So your feet and your legs engaged. You're going to lift those weights overhead. The elbows are going to frame your ears, and we're going to lower the weights down and press straight up. Good. 2, 3. Make sure that gaze is lifted as well. We don't want the gaze looking down at the floor. All right, so try to maybe Look off into the distance. Imagine your favorite sunset or sunrise. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Bring those weights right back to the heart center. Arms down by your side, right? Palms facing open, thumbs pointing out. We're going to do those bicep curls. 1, 2. Lots of resistance, lowering back down. 3. Loose grip of the weights. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Great job. Now, halfway, we're going to squeeze out, squeeze in, squeeze out, squeeze in. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good job. Bring those weights right back down to your sides and loop those shoulders. All right, just a beautiful breath here. Well done. Let's place those weights down onto the floor. All right, and if you have your strap, right, maybe place a strap in each hand, or the end of the strap in each hand. We're going to lift that strap overhead, right? Now we're going to hold those arms up nice and tall, right? Holding that strap. We're going to just hinge to the right and hold. Press down through your feet, lift the gaze, and breathe. Exhale it out. Bring it back to center. Good. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, hinge to the other side. Good. Lift that gaze and breathe. Good. Bring it back to center, right? And if you have a strap that extends, you're going to bring that strap behind your back, right, behind your neck. Maybe you just need to let the strap loosen and just extend your arms. Flip those palms face open. Feel the shoulder blades hug, right, that spine as your fingertips reach away. Good. Now, we're going to release that strap back up, right? And we're going to grab the strap. Maybe you want to double that strap over, arms overhead, right? But you're going to push against, you're going to pull against that strap, right? So your arms activate, and you're going to draw your shoulders down away from the ears. Feet plant, and we hinge to the right again, and we breathe. Bring your arms back to center and release the tension. And breathe. Good. Engage those shoulders again, so pull the shoulders back and down away from the ears. Pull that strap away from each other. So the hands are pulling the strap away. And then we're going to hinge to the other side. Now, keep pulling, keep breathing into that right side body, and keep pressing down through those feet. Good. One more breath. And release back to center, and release that strap. Loosen those shoulders. Now, I don't know about you, but I can feel those arms. So let's give them a little love here and stretch. All right, that right arm is going to reach out, thumb pointing to the wall behind you. You're going to throw that right arm across your throat like you're throwing a scarf around your neck. Your left hand's going to grab that right elbow and draw it in towards your left shoulder head. And then we're going to loop that right shoulder back and down. Now, we're going to hold that loop with that shoulder back and down, right? And hopefully you feel that stretch now on the outside of that right deltoid, that right shoulder head. Exhale it out. One more breath. Good, release. Let that shake that arm out. Bring your right hand to that shoulder head, just loop that right shoulder head, right? And then other direction. So we're actually looping the elbow, but the shoulder head's rotating. All right, and let's do the other side. Left arm reaches out, thumb pointing to the wall behind us. We're going to throw that left arm across to the right side of our throat. Right hand grabs that left elbow, and we're drawing this left elbow towards our right shoulder head, right across the body, right? Now, we're not going to stop there, right, because it's just a half stretch. What we're going to do is we're going to take this left shoulder head and loop it back and down. All right, and then we're going to loop that left shoulder back and down and hold it there as we continue to draw that left elbow towards our right shoulder head. Hopefully you feel that nice deep stretch right in that left deltoid, that left shoulder head. Beautiful breath. Exhale it out. Keep drawing that left shoulder head back and down. Keep drawing your left elbow towards your right shoulder. Good. Now release. Swing that left arm a little bit. Give it a little love. Shake it out. Bring that left hand to your shoulder head and loop. All right, and the other direction. All right, so we're going to sit up tall. We're going to take a beautiful breath in and a big sigh out. Now we need to stretch out those legs just a little bit. So we're going to grab the back of the chair. We're going to slouch back into our chair, all right? And we're going to take that right foot, place that right ankle on your left knee, and open up your right knee nice and wide. Maybe there's a gentle rock, right to left, left to right. Hopefully you feel this in that right hip crease. It's a nice external rotation in that right hip. All right, we're going to press down through that chair and sit up tall. And as we do so, let's just kind of rock into that right sits bone as we sit up tall. Right, and again, feel free to gently rock here, sawing right to left, left to right. Hopefully now you feel that stretch move into that right piriformis. That's that innermost muscle in your right glute. All right, as we sit up tall, let's take a beautiful breath. Pull the elbows in, right? Reach through that crown. Lead with the heart and hinge forward. Keep breathing. Wiggle out those toes. Good, we're going to sit up tall, release, take a nice inhale, and then hinge forward again, one more time. Maybe get a little deeper this time. If you like, you can extend that right arm forward, thumb pointing up to the ceiling like you're going to shake somebody's hand, right? And you're going to reach forward, you're going to reach forward again, and maybe slice down towards the floor. Now, why that's beneficial is you slice down towards the floor, not only does it allow you to get a little deeper into that hinge at the hip, but also, when you pause here to breathe, hopefully you feel it right in that backside flank. Right underneath that right shoulder blade too. Good. Right hand comes to that right knee as we sit up tall. We release that right leg, right, and just give that right leg a little shake. So you're windshield wipering that right foot in and out. All right, let's do the other side. Hands grasp the chair. We slouch back. Extend that left leg, place that left ankle on your right knee, open up that left knee nice and wide and gently rock. Sawing right to left, left to right. Again, hopefully you feel that in that left hip flexor. Another breath here. And then we're going to sit up tall, right? And we don't want to slouch here because then you're not going to feel the stretch. You want to sit up really tall, and then that shifts into that left piriformis. Again, feel free to saw right to left, left to right. As we sit up tall, we're going to take a beautiful breath, right? You're anchoring down through your right foot, right? Long spine, so your crown is reaching up to the ceiling. Your heart center leads as you hinge forward from the hip crease. Again, you don't want to collapse your heart center here because then you don't get that nice deep stretch. You want to lift that heart and hinge forward. Beautiful breath. Good. Left hand's going to reach forward, thumb pointing up to the ceiling. Reach, reach, reach. And maybe slice down. Take a beautiful breath. Release that jaw. Let your tongue rest at the roof of your mouth. Now you can curl in, right? You can drop your chin towards your chest. Left hand to that left knee. Rise up tall and release that left foot. Now find your pillow, that shoe box, maybe your Kleenex box or a block. Place it underneath your feet. Sit back into your chair. Maybe place another pillow behind your back. And we're going to come in to a little bit of a meditation here. All right? So as we sit up tall, once again, just close your eyes. Big sigh out. Maybe do that one more time. And just notice the sensation underneath your feet. Maybe press your back into the chair. Feel your shoulders softening down away from the ears. And notice if your jaw is tight. Maybe unhinge the jaw by letting the lips part and letting your tongue rest at the roof of your mouth. Then soften that space right between your eyebrows. And as you continue to breathe, just let that belly inflate. And exhale out. Imagine that air you're drawing into your body having that color or light associated with it. So that as you breathe, you're watching that light move through the body. Watch it move down towards your elbows and into your knees, into your wrists and into your ankles, down into your toes and your fingers. So I'm going to take apart from the daily meditations from the Center for Action and Contemplation. This is from Dr. Barbara Holmes. She's a faculty member at that center. She just said, we cannot face large-scale crises as individuals. We cannot carry the pain of this reality on our own, nor can we only look out for ourselves. The pain is communal, and so too must be the response. Friends, as you pause here and just breathe, focusing on your breath, hopefully you've noticed that your body is relaxed a little bit more. And when your body is relaxed, your mind is too. And hopefully your heart is more receptive to receiving. And maybe just turn your palms face up on your lap, just as a posture of receiving too. When we come into a posture of receiving, we allow ourselves to be vulnerable. Oftentimes in our society, that's seen as a weakness. However, friends, in this practice, it's a strength. Because when we're vulnerable, we allow ourselves in the joy. Joy often feels inaccessible, removed from us, especially in this situation. Right? But joy is just around that corner, around the corner from vulnerability. We have to change our behaviors, move into a space of the unknown, move into a deep set of mystery, so that we can become vulnerable again. Right? And usually when we move into mystery, into the unknown, when we have to change our behaviors, we tend to close ourselves off, isolating, because we're fearful. We don't want to make mistakes. We don't want to fail. Or we don't want to be exposed. Right? But friends, we are all going through this together. Maybe place your focus, your commitment to this day, to moving into a space of the unknown, with vulnerability, willing to receive, and having faith that what you receive may come with some pain and suffering, but also may come with comfort, and may come with joy. Right? This practice of moving into the unknown stretches our faith. Right? And faith is like a muscle. We do have to practice it. We do have to move, use it. Friends, what is your commitment for this day? How can you make yourself more vulnerable when we're staying inside, when we're socially distancing, when we watch what's on the news is fearful? Beloved, you have a gift, you have a talent that you can share. You have an ability to write words of comfort and express your own worries and concerns. You can send an email to a friend maybe you haven't spoken to for a while. Maybe you pick up the phone and you speak to someone that you haven't talked to for a while. And allow yourself to grow quiet with all those different possibilities. Be still and know that God will point you in the direction you need to go today. So friends, maybe there was a word or a phrase that resonated or challenged you today. What sensations did you notice in your body? Friends, what is yours to do? The prayer for the community from today's meditation, the Center for Action and Contemplation, says, "O great love, thank you for living and loving in us and through us. May all that we do flow from your deep connection with you and all beings. Help us become a community that vulnerability shares each other's burdens and the weight of glory. Listen to our hearts longing for the healing of our world. Knowing you are hearing us better than we are speaking, we add our own intentions. We offer these prayers in all the holy names of God." Friends, let's take a beautiful inhale, sweep those arms overhead. Lift the gaze past the fingertips. Perhaps offer up your gratitudes for this day. Draw the palms together, hands to heart center. I thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. The light in me honors and bows to the light in you. Friends, I thank you for your grace, for your patience, for sharing your practice. And in His name, namaste. Obviously, my pug had a lot to say too at the end. Here, cool. Right, so friends, have a great day. I hope you're well. Please keep in touch. Please leave me a comment about what you like and what you don't like. Let me know what you want more of. Let me know what areas of the body you want to work on. Thanks so much. Have a great day today. Bye.